The party is over. That is the message coming from law enforcement after a weekend raid and roundup at an all-night dance club. It's a follow-up to an exclusive Fox 4 investigation. Becky Oliver is in with the update. Becky.
Well, the Justice Department indicted 15 people for drug dealing after our story exposed this all-night party. Back in September, Fox 4's undercover investigation exposed the party scene at Eternal Eden After Hours inside the Jaguars Club in Northwest Dallas. It opens every Sunday morning at 3 a.m. to anyone over 18. Now, more than a dozen people have been indicted on federal drug charges. The feds say most were arrested at or near the club. The youngest is 19 years old, the oldest 31. They face charges of dealing drugs, cocaine, meth, and other controlled substances. These two women, India Small and Karina Sherb, are charged with dealing heroin. Dallas police say they used 70 officers working into the early hours of Sunday morning to do the roundup.
These guys were able to get in there, in these crowds, in this environment, and extract bodies without anybody really catching the wind of it and being able to get these folks out of there and get them under arrest. So it was awesome work.
When they opened the door, she had fallen out and had stuff coming out of her mouth.
Our Fox 4 investigation profiled this 19-year-old Brittany Nemeth who died from a drug overdose after partying at the club earlier this year. Police confirmed at least one other death with ties to the club.
This case revolved around one, and then of course you had your story as well. So, But the total numbers I do not have.
Our report also showed 44 calls for service during a 9-month period for people found unconscious and passed out. Our expert who reviewed our tape said it was nothing more than a drug fest. We called the club and the person who answered the phone told Fox 4 the club has no comment. The defendants indicted now face up to 20 years in prison and a $1 million fine. Now, Dallas police say they started working on this investigation back in August, and it will continue. Police say the goal of narcotics is always to find the source, and they are casting a much wider net. There are also some licensing issues with the club. Police say the city attorney's office is handling that matter, and we will, of course, keep you posted.
All right, Becky, when the feds moved in, obviously maybe the club was closed for a short time. What's the status of that club right now?
Actually, the police said they were able to get in there while the club was still operating and make those arrests, and the club, as far as we know, is still open.
Okay, Becky Oliver in our Dallas newsroom. Thank you.